welcome to WNBA basketball on 2K Sports.
Tonight we'll see the Chicago Sky as they play against the New York Liberty. This is Blake Suniga alongside Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, and we're excited for some 2K hoops. Laney Hamilton, that one's good. And the excitement of a new WNBA season really hasn't worn off yet.
Well, you think, training camp happened, preseason happened, so these teams, they're still getting up to full speed. Some are clicking, others are still fine-tuning, but it's very exciting either way.
Well, soon enough, everyone will be rolling, and then the competition starts to get real fierce.
3 on the clock. They get it back. Back to Carter. Davis. Pass to Cardoso. Now here's Davis. Defense right on him. Misses the 3. Outside, Laney Hamilton. Sabally the screen. Sabrina Ionescu from outside. Loud outside. The basket good off the assist from Jonquel Jones.
Wow. Cloud looked almost automatic on the catch and shoot. No hesitation at all. Did you guys see that?
Now here's Vandersloot. Pass to Cardoso. Screen by Cardoso. Here's Carter. That one doesn't drop. Great D that time from Natasha Cloud. And how about Chicago in that 24 draft, taking Angel Reese 7th overall?
We're talking about a player who averaged a double-double her last 3 years in college. But maybe most importantly for the Sky, Reese brings attitude, leadership, and gives them an identity.
She hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, Jones has a talent for owning the boards. Here she keeps the play alive and finishes it strong.
Pass to Davis. Cardoso. Here's Carter. To halt the run. Out to Vandersloot from deep. And she's good on the 3 ball.
Really known as a passer, Vandersloot can hit from long range too. And the D respecting her shot, it opens up the rest of the court.
Jones outside. Laney Hamilton. Picked by Jones. Laney Hamilton can't hit. Sky trail.
2 minutes remaining first 2 minutes.
Now here's Vandersloot. Outside Carter. From downtown. Kennedy Carter with another miss. Here's New York now. Loud outside. And a foul called on Vandersloot. That is her first foul of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up.
On the court.
Outside Sabally. Pass to Laney Hamilton. Goes up on the block. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Chicago with the ball. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. And here's Carter. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Drops in the tray.
I love when Vandersloot lets it fly without hesitating. This is where she's most dangerous.
Well, there's not much debate in terms of the best passer in WNBA history. It's Courtney Vandersloot, without a doubt.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you could say that again. She has the best career average by far in league history. Vandersloot won 6 straight assist titles. Courtney is just a magician out there on the floor.
Now here's Vandersloot. 6 points for her. Carter. Offline with the 3.
A little in the hoop for her this quarter. She still hasn't gotten one, not one, to fall.
Laney Hamilton up top, defended by Carter. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there.
You don't want to get in the habit of letting the offense get right to the rim.
And that's the message they were sending with that foul, saying nothing easy inside with that one.
Yeah, but they got to play a little bit better defense before they get inside.
The first free throw is good. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Both shots good from the stripe. And it's the Sky ball. 6-point game. Pass to Allen. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And here's Williams. Doesn't go for her.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards here in the first.
Yeah, coming out of the gates with great energy, kind of like they got shot out of a cannon. They're really setting the tone.
Boom. When she breaks out the crossover, you can be sure she's going to leave somebody in her wake.
From deep 3-point range, and we've reached the end of the first quarter. It's the Liberty up 9. Stay with us as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. A lopsided first quarter in the books as we get ready to begin the second quarter. And taking a look at the Liberty performance here. Guys, what are your thoughts?
Good effort, very tight defense from them through the first quarter.
Really a big part of why they are up right now. You know, their defense has been on point.
And in 2023, the Liberty made their long-awaited return to the WNBA Finals.
It's crazy to think about it, guys, but that was their first trip to the finals in 21 years. And despite it being the Liberty's 5th finals appearance, still no titles. Incredible when you think this is an original WNBA franchise and the amount of stars and Hall of Famers they've had over the years.
Davis. Thornton. She's guarded by Williams. Thornton left side. Just 5 on the clock. Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. Rebound Chicago. Now Allen. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Pass to Harrison. Banham. And the 3-ball is good.
How about the dime from Harrison? This is what sharing the ball is all about.
Now Davis. And here's Burke. She's covered by Allen. That shot by Burke, no good. Now here's Onyenwere, guarded by Davis. Here's Allen. And a miss there on the triple.
They had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And when she's open like that, you don't see her miss that sort of look very often.
Now here is Thornton. Pass to Burke. Here's Phoebish, defended by Harrison. Goes back up. Phoebish with the bucket.
Way to crash the offensive glass there. And once she gets her hands on it, you know it's going back up and in.
Here's Onyenwere. Harrison. Ryan with Isabel Harrison. They've got a very effective operator down low.
She's really honed her technique and her footwork. Plus, with her agility, she can make a defense work very hard inside.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Chicago Sky winning their first title back in 2021.
Yeah, but since then, they've lost almost all of that title team roster. They lost in the first round last year, and now they're retooling with some major draft picks this year. It's a new era for sure.
That one falls, so she hits both of them.
When we talk about Isabel Harrison, she's a player who buys into her role, a talented forward who plays to her strengths.
Now here's Cloud. Fires for three. Allen with the rebound. Chicago trailing here. Pass to Carter. Second quarter play with almost 3 minutes gone. Now Cardoso. Screen by Cardoso. Allen. And no good trying to use the glass. Now here's Cloud. Count that one.
Crazy, just so crafty from the foul line down. Cloud makes up for a lack of size with savvy.
Carter with it. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Pass to Cardoso. Harrison, guarded by Jones. Outside Carter. Releases. Lee Hamilton with the rebound.
She's having all sorts of problems with her shot.
Yeah, the words ice and cold come to mind with the way she's shooting the ball.
Ionescu, that's good.
Can't give Ionescu any airspace from downtown. If you do, she'll torch you from there.
And they could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Yeah, too many empty possessions. I mean, it's simple. They need points.
Time called here. The Sky decide to talk it over. Vandersloot left side. With the floater. Cloud pulls it in.
You got to give them credit for the job they've done on the boards.
Well, guys, they've done a lot of things well, but their rebounding is right at the top of the list.
Now here's Lainey Hamilton. Jones, defended by Harrison. It's rebounded by Courtney Vandersloot.
Not sure what the D was doing there. She's not the player to give open looks to, but they got away with it that time.
Pass to Davis. Cardoso with it. 5 on the clock. Here's Carter. The rebound by the Liberty.
Well, she's really losing her confidence out there. Correct me if I'm wrong, that's 0 field goals made in the game.
Now here's Cloud. She's got 5. Lainey Hamilton up top. The three. And again, it's the Liberty from deep. Here's Carter. And so we've reached the end of the first half of the play. It's the Liberty leading by 14. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. Well, it's been a one-sided affair through the first two quarters, but there is plenty of time to mount a comeback. And it's the Sky Ball. They trail by 14. Cardoso. The kick out to Carter. Back to Cardoso. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
What vision from Carter, able to survey the court, find the open player.
And when you look at the rich history of the Liberty, last year was their strongest team yet.
The most regular season games the Liberty ever won was 23, until last year when they won 32. Breanna Stewart won MVP, beating the Aces for the Commissioner's Cup. But in the almighty WNBA Finals, the Liberty fell to the Aces in 4 games.
Now here's Carter. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
Nice play. Carter really excels in pick and roll action. In fact, it just might be her strongest suit.
Timeout called the Liberty. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Pass to Jones. Lainey Hamilton. Pick by Jones. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Harrison. Now here's Carter. Using the post moves to get the 2 points.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start this second half.
Here's Ionescu. 6 points for her. Pass to Jones. Back to Cloud. Clock at 4. Lainey Hamilton. And a foul called on Sabrina Ionescu. That is her first foul of the game. Here's Chicago now. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Outside Carter. Pass to Cardoso. Courtney Vandersloot for 3. Kept alive. That kick out to Carter. Vandersloot. Back to Carter. Takes the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
A great three-point shooter in college. Carter is trying to gain consistency from beyond the arc as a pro as well.
And at 6'7", the strength and size of Camila Cardoso, so tough to handle.
Well, she puts that frame to work, doesn't she? She's a force inside and a very exciting young player.
Outside, Lainey Hamilton. Pass to Ionescu.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And again, it's the Liberty missing.
Anybody want to bet that she won't miss that shot the next time she takes it?
Outside, Carter. Shoots from the high post. Lainey Hamilton with the rebound.
Not her best performance scoring the ball thus far.
Here's Savali. Kennedy Carter with the steal. Down low. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Liberty.
Where was she going with that pass? I have no clue. That's awful. That's just giving it away.
So both teams changing it up here. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Timeout called to Liberty. And one thing about this Chicago team, they play hard, they play with effort.
They have such a great mindset. It's a tough one. They don't give up anything easily. And that starts with their young bigs. They set the tone. If you're going to play this Sky team, you are in for a battle.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Pass to Berg. Phoebish. Shot clock at 6. Jones outside to the inside. Looking to end the drought. And it's blocked by Courtney Vandersloot.
Great anticipation from Vandersloot. I think she saw that shot coming the entire time.
And the Liberty making a change here. Sky trail. She tries for three. It's good from long range.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond the arc in the second half.
And that's just what the doctor ordered, and they're really using that prescription to their advantage. You know, those three-point bombs will really erase this deficit quickly if they keep it up.
And we weren't math majors, but 3 is more than 2, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, New York won that 2020 lottery. Their prize, man, it was a great one. Sabrina Ionescu.
Well, she was the first piece, right? And she endured some tough times. But her talent and overall play helped attract Brianna Stewart, Jonquel Jones, and other key players.
And she knocks down the first one.
Well, Kayla Thornton loves these freebies, and she's able to contribute a lot for her team.
And so she hits both. Now Banham. Pass to Allen. Now Onyenwere. This one for three. The rebound by Thornton.
Good job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
You have to rebound to win, and that's exactly what we're seeing tonight.
Here's Phoebish. On the wing, Kayla Thornton. Jones with it. Oh, no good on the buzzer beater. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Liberty out in front, leading by 6. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Okay, fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one with both sides coming to play so far. New York in the lead. Pass to Phoebish. Burke. Sabrina Ionescu from outside. The rebound by the Sky.
She hasn't really done much on the offensive end, but she has worked within the team to help them get the lead.
And here's Turner. On the wing, Rebecca Allen. Here's Banham. Over Ionescu. Rebounded by Phoebish. Ionescu, left side. Here's Thornton. The kick out to Ionescu. Bangs home the trifecta.
A shot that looks almost automatic for Ionescu, has total confidence in her shooting ability.
Pass to Onyenwere. Banham. Outside Williams. And here's Banham. 6 on the shot clock. There's the 3. The rebound by Thornton.
They hold a huge advantage on the boards.
Yeah, they've really dominated the glass, and that's been the key to this lead.
And now it looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see her come out of the game.
Yeah, and from the look of her face, she's in a lot of pain.
Clearly, and it looks like she's coming out of the game to get it checked out.
Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
And it's New York's ball. They've led by as many as 14 points. Natasha Cloud from outside hits the three-point bomb.
And this is big for Natasha Cloud's confidence because when she's hitting from downtown, it helps her get into a rhythm offensively.
Here's Banham. Pass to Allen. Here's Banham. Lets it go. Gets the jumper to fall from the corner.
Assistant, Rebecca Allen.
Ionescu has it. Cloud outside. Burke. Off target with the three.
They needed that rebound. They've struggled on the boards overall, but still have a chance.
Yeah, they've made enough plays to keep it close, and they're still in it.
Here's Banham. Spins. Pass to Allen. Now here's Turner. Here's Carter. She's covered by Cloud. And they force the shot clock violation. Great defense. Timeout called the Liberty.
Yeah, coach wants to get everybody on the same page out there and maybe change up some things as well.
Yeah, that's probably a good timeout. You might as well talk things through.
And kind of change that game plan as well.
On offense, here the Liberty. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Picked by Jones. Sabrina Ionescu from outside. And the Liberty get it back. Another shot. New York, no good that time either. Here's Carter. Around 3 minutes gone by here in the fourth quarter. Off the mark from 16 feet out. And if they want, they can milk the clock a little bit here.
Great point, Blake. That'd be the best option. I'd agree. You should coach.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
What a final quarter they're having from downtown. A bunch of threes falling for them.
And they might as well keep going back to the well. Work that perimeter while they're hot.
And work it to the final whistle.
Carter misses.
She's a very strong finisher, guys. I'm surprised that she wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Here's Ionescu. A beautiful reverse layup.
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is safe.
I don't know if I'd call it 100% secure, but at least 98%.
I'll go 99.2.
Now here's Harrison. Outside Carter. And so she draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot
First
two.
personal foul.
That's on Natasha Cloud.
And the future Carter has in this league is promising. She's a talented guard with a commendable work ethic.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And one thing we can all agree on, we are fired up for the WNBA to come to the Bay Area in 2025.
100%. I mean, I grew up in the Bay Area. It's something I've always wanted, a WNBA team here in the Bay. Everybody has always wanted that.
And it's going to be a party at Chase Center. I can't wait to see this team get to action, and I know I'll be there opening day.
Not as productive of a trip to the line as she'd have liked. They really need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. They get it back. Bucket is good.
Might as well tack a few more points in the lead, I suppose. This is going to be a dominant win for them.
Dominant is the right word for it, Tim. This one was about as one-sided as it gets.
One-way traffic, jeez.
Now here's Carter. Pass to Davis. Launches it. Buries the long-range jumper. Now here's Jones. Cloud, defended by Carter. Sabrina Ionescu from outside. Cans it from downtown.
Terrific run to put this ball game away.
And now let's see just how much longer they keep that foot on the accelerator.
They got to keep it on the accelerator to the finish line. They're always taking a chance on those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't come up with it.
Pass to Allen. Puts up a three. The rebound by the Liberty. And so New York takes this one by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
This game really a defining game for what they can do when they're playing at their best. Being here at home helps, but the execution anywhere was terrific.
And that'll wrap it up.